Okay, so yesterday, I accidentally commentated on the wrong game. This was the game that I wanted to commentate on originally, and I feel like I did Stu a little dirty because that was not a great game, and not through any real fault of his own. He was playing into a Camille who was super fed, and Camille's a good answer into Ezreal, so not through any fault of his own. So instead, today I've decided to commentate on this game, which was absolutely insane as well. If you want to watch Stuart, he's a really passionate player. I know he typed a lot in yesterday's video, but look, end of the day, most of us type. The only reason I don't is because I know that I'll get banned if I do. So, and also I typo everything. So yeah, I don't type just for that reason. But you know, he's a really passionate player, really good at the game, and I want to commentate on this game instead today because I feel like I did him a little dirty yesterday, and I want to make up for it. If you like the content, feel free to subscribe, like, and hit the bell. We've got a giveaway going away this month, so if you like and comment on the video, you're in with a chance. And also, thanks to G2A for sponsoring the channel. Let's get straight into the video. All right, so compositionally, he has got a Camille, Galio, Akali, Janna, and Ezreal. Now, they have a very strong, pretty much tried and tested combination in the form of the Galio-Camille. The way the Galio-Camille combination works is you throw down the Hextech Ultimatum, and then you just use the Galio Ultimate on Camille, wherever she goes. And it's pretty much guaranteed to get big impact because of how long Hextech Ultimatum lasts. So it's a really, really good little combo, but you do have to be relatively quick to do it. They're going into what looks to be a Darius mid, which is I'm assuming a lane swap that's come out here because they didn't want to play the Katarina into the Galio matchup, and they lane swapped the Katarina into the Akali matchup, which is still not the best matchup in the world, but it's better than the Galio. And then obviously Galio loses pretty hard to Darius because Galio is generally an anti-mage type champion. It looks like they're swapping back, though. Yeah, this is a bad matchup for Darius as well. He can't really outtrade an Akali because of her extended range that she gets when she procs her passive. So it's quite difficult for Darius to actually effectively trade into Akali early on. And that's why you probably saw the lane swap initiated by the red side. And you can see even Akali looking for a tower dive there onto the Darius. I mean, the Galio just died to the Katarina, which is never good. I think the tower dive was a little bit too far, though, because Darius did get the kill mid. So, interesting set of early lane changes coming through from the red side. Stuart did find an opportunity here. Has to be very careful into a Nami, though, and is forced to flash. Don't think that was a particularly bad play whatsoever. Nice little knock-up from Keys. Stuart found an angle. That's, you know, Ezreal's generally not a very aggressive early AD carry, but if you can find those types of angles, like getting a clear Essence Flux into Mystic Shot where it's quite a lot of damage, it is, you know, always very feasible to go for the engage. But into a Nami, you do have to be careful. She's got a lot of sustain, especially with Summon Airy. You're going to get an extra little bit of shield on them. And then, you know, Kai'Sa was able to get a lot of burst damage off as well, especially if she hits her passive, which is quite difficult. But nonetheless, relatively good start to the laning phase here. Not a great start for Stu's team overall. As you can see, the Darius and the Katarina got slightly ahead. They've actually lane swapped back into the respective lanes. Ooh, that's Rengar for you. I think nice. That is really nice from Keys. Really, really nice tornado. But yeah, that's Rengar for you. Hits level 5 really quickly. I would say a little greedy from Stu and Keys to want to push the wave much further. I think they could have backed off earlier on, and then at level 5 you can push the wave pretty nicely anyway, so even if they did attempt to freeze the wave, like Ezreal at level 5 is going to be able to shove that wave with his ultimate anyway. So I would say a little greedy, considering they saw Rengar walk into the lane at level 4 just previously. But, you know, and I do the same thing. Like, I want to push the wave to deny as many minions as I can. I don't want them to freeze it outside their tower. Like, that is a, you know, a very... I can say it in hindsight that it was a greedy decision, but, you know, in the game, you're probably just saying, well, I don't want them to freeze it, so we're going to have to crash it into the tower, and that also makes sense. But, you know, as a Rengar, you saw him level 4, he's probably in the vicinity around level 5, and you know that Rengar at level 5 is very obnoxious. That, speaking of, you guys might have seen it, he got nerfed today. Rengar got a hotfix nerf, which we haven't had many hotfix nerfs in the history of Wild Rift, and for a hotfix nerf to take place, it must mean that Rengar's win rate was very high across the board. Keys kind of smurfing with these Janna tornadoes, actually. Really, really good laning with the Janna. They're not able to massively capitalize on it yet, just because Stu's a little behind. Like, he doesn't really have any major item spikes right now. He doesn't have the mana immunity. He doesn't have the sheen. Interesting choice of position from the Kai'Sa. And the Camille missed a hook shot entirely. Still, that's a couple of big ultimates used, I think, to zone away from the dragon, which it looks like Rengar's just straight up soloing that. So basically, you've got the rest of the team running protection on the Rengar, doing the sort of the dragon by himself. Gets away with it because Rengar's dragon clear speed is so ridiculously quick. I think Darius going for a second dunk here gets it. Okay, not a good look to have Darius kind of taking over the game from an early level. So, you know, Stu's team in a pretty dire spot, and I appreciate this. I think I would be doing this if I was Stuart. Just, you know, looking to potentially clear the wave outright. You just saw a ward dropped in your brush, which must mean that the Rengar or someone was threatening a tower dive. So Stuart's just like, okay, gonna have to use the Tree Shot Barrage. But this is a nice little combo with the Janna here. You're going to clear the wave as quickly as possible. You do this whenever the enemy backs to deny as many minions as you can from them as possible. It also makes it much harder for them to freeze because the minion wave has crashed into the tower already, and especially a siege minion wave, that's going to stick around there for a little bit. So should eventually bounce back towards Stuart. Or if they clear it quickly enough, it's just going to straight up reset. So it has, you know, they've cleared it quickly. It has just straight up reset. So it was a good decision to make that minion wave push in from Stu. Darius kind of popping right now, though. There's the Galio ult. Can you get the shutdown onto the Darius? That's the real question. No. There's the surrender votes coming out already. I'm glad Stu clicked no, because, you know, there's always a comeback potential. There's always a comeback potential. But it is looking pretty dire. But the one thing that you have... Stuart's got the thing that I have when I type on my phone. I'm much better if I have to type on my iPad, even to my friends. But when I type on my phone, when it's horizontal, I run it down. Like I literally cannot. Oof, that's a bit. Oof. Good shielding, good barrier. They've chained it together. Nice redemption coming through, buying a bit of time. There's the monsoon. That's really, really, really good play from Stu and from Keys. Like massively so from Keys as well. That was a huge, huge protection around the tower dive. And actually, Akali picked up a double kill. One of the things that's going in favor of Stuart's team right now is that pretty much all of the gold is on a Darius. And so when all of the gold is kind of situated on a single target, it's not the worst thing in the world. Like if you kill them in a fight, things become a little more level. That's a nice aggressive play from Stu. Unfortunately, the tornado did not go the way that they were expecting. Okay, that's nice. I mean, Anami got very, very aggro there. Didn't really need to be, especially because Camille. I guess they didn't see that Camille was on that side, but they did have the ward. But that's why the sweeper was so good from Keys, because it just denies as much vision as possible. Ooh, what's happened here? No idea what happened there, but we're back. Let's go. I'm gonna get back into theater mode. There we go. All right, so good tower dive. Somehow Stu survives. Great shield from Keys at the end. And actually, that's a really big play from the Camille, because they're going to get the first tower of the game. Now, I think they're going to all end up dying here. Oh, my God. I mean, yeah, I mean, they're all going to die there, but it was a really smurf tornado from Keys on the Janna. Like, that was really, really nice. But, you know, you expected that. You did get first tower of the game, though. It is worth a lot of money to the team. I'm watching what Stu's typing. When the Hall died, I'm not a big fan of when the Hall died. I mean, it's not toxic typing, you know. So it's just a communicative typing. We're going to call it that. Good drop of the Rift Herald here, but it should get dealt with. Like, I understand what they were trying to do with it, but I think could have kept it a little bit longer. Oh my goodness, that Darius just pops over the wall. Might be a little too much from the Katarina here. She doesn't go down, though. That's really not good. Oh, Darius messed up. Darius messed up. Is that a shutdown? If that's a shutdown to... it goes over to the Galio. They do get the kill onto the Katarina, though, which is actually pretty nutty. And here comes the Akali. That should be a relatively easy cleanup for the Akali. Nice use on the Shuriken. I loved what Akali tried to do there. Tried to take out the Nami before jumping back to the Shuriken. That was a really nice play. So you saw he ran away from the Rengar for the longest time. He was trying to get the second part of his ultimate onto the Nami to get the kill there. But it's not doomed. This is not a doomed game. Should get the Drake for free because Rengar hasn't respawned. I mean, Akali is a threat. You always have to respect the CC that a Galio can provide to a team. And all it takes is like one bit of tilt, and you know, an enemy team can just kind of like start to melt. And right here, I mean, okay, you give up the Galio. You give up the Galio here. That's fine. Drop the Galio. You don't worry about anything else. Nice defensive tornado from Keys. And actually getting the dragon's a big deal because that is a dragon that you're denying. It's wind, you know, cloud dragons. So that's going to allow you to move across the map a little more quickly, which especially into like the sort of these guys who are trying to split push as much as possible. It's a relatively good outcome. So, you know, we're okay. If we're Stu's team, we are okay right now. It's not looking great, but we're definitely okay. So Akali's the target. Camille's doing a really good job of just defending towers wherever possible. It's the Hextech Ultimatum onto the Nami. Ingos gets the stun onto the Katarina, but not able to convert here. And you do have to worry a little bit about the Rengar. You have to worry a little bit about the Darius just popping out from the river, because Stu's team's got no vision control in the river area. And oof, Keys super close. Drops down. Have to be a wave clearing true shot barrage. I don't think it's going to result in a defense of the tower, and actually you can see that they have to play super safe here. That's okay. That's okay. Like if you're Stu's team, you kind of were expecting that to be lost. Someone is spamming surrender over and over again. I'm guessing it's one of the top three. You know, the Camille, the Galio, or the Akali. I'm imagining it's the Camille because she was the one that was complaining. But it's not. It's like it's at this point, like a lot of teams would surrender. Like a lot of teams would say, but like, I mean, the Akali's pretty strong. Does she get the kill? No, she doesn't get the kill. However, a lot of low HP bars. Nice dodge away from Stu on the wave. Camille dies to the Darius. I mean, this is looking pretty grim now. This is looking pretty grim. I mean, I think Stu and Keys are doing the best they can, given that they've got a fed Rengar, a fed Katarina, a fed Darius. Like, it is difficult to play AD carry when those types of champions are in the lead. They're doing Baron. Are they low is the question. Can they actually defend this Baron? That's a really... Oh, Stu steals it. Oh, wait, that's a big comeback. Double kill for the Galio. He's got to get over there. Get over there, Stu. Come on, you got this. You got this. Trade, yeah, just kite back. You've got Conqueror, Okay. Probably played that a little safe, but you know, I think given that you've got Baron, better safe than sorry at the end of the day. Should be able to get mid lane tier 1 here. That was an insane, like, so well timed on Stu's ultimate there, and he didn't even look like he flinched. Was just like, cool, I got Baron. Really well timed on the ultimate. Really well timed on the ultimate. It's got the Triforce and the Manamune now. That's like the big 2-item spike. I think the Camille just took that from him. Never mind. Big 2-item spike for Ezreal though. This is the kind of thing that you need to do when you're an Ezreal player. Just you need to farm up. Just get as much gold in as possible. So just, you know, seeing him farm up here. My OBS just crashed in the middle, so we've skipped a little bit where I think Akali got picked up on the top lane, which is not great because Infernal Drake's spawning in around 30 seconds, but Akali should be back on the map by the time that Infernal Drake does spawn. So that is something to be aware of. However, I think mid lane tier 1 can drop here. If they can get mid lane tier 1 for Akali's death, definitely worth. Yeah, nice. That's a big bit of global gold. Probably now want to reset for that Infernal Drake. You have quick recalls. You're not going to get into position to like take it, but you will get into position to potentially contest it. Good job from the enemy team though. They pushed that top lane in. Like you can see the top lane is like threatening a tower right now. That should naturally bounce back towards them, obviously. Infernal Drake has spawned. Akali is coming into the lane. Another they don't get it. They don't get it. Never mind. Camille Galio's kind of gone in here. He has gone in. Don't think he's going to be able to go for it though. The flash over the wall was the sensible decision. It was worth the attempt, I think, from the Camille. Nice Monsoon, nice delay. You can see why a good Janna is really good into Rengar. He just pops out and you knock him up. Looks like they've got a kill on the backline here. If Darius drops, that's a good... I mean, getting Darius as GA is a good thing. Channel the taunt, or the knock-up. Don't let him stack. Okay, nice. At least they get the kill. Somehow, Camille is like cleaning up the backline. I have no idea how they managed to do that. Like, how did a Camille just get a triple kill at this stage in the game? Like, did they take so much damage from the Galio early on? I mean, this is a clear inhibitor turret now, right? I don't know if you can end the game, but it's an inhibitor tower for sure. Don't think you can end the game though because they're respawning. You've got the Kai'Sa up, and the Rengar's respawning. Rengar ultimate is on such a ridiculously short cooldown. Like he can just come and pop someone at this point. So that's a really big win. Now you see there, he just popped out. That's Rengar. That's Rengar's ultimate. It's such a short cooldown. That's a really nice. It's a really nice stasis from the Galio though. It's enough to get him out of there. They actually procced the GA of Rengar, which I would actually almost argue is worth it for the next fight around the Baron. Okay, my OBS keeps crashing. I have no idea why, but I'll figure it out after this video. Okay, so even though Stu's 1, 3, and 7, he's had some really big moments this game. He's actually pumping out a lot of damage. Doesn't quite get the steal, but was really well timed. That was just a unfortunate. That was a good play by the red team, knowing that the back timings and how quickly they could do the Baron. Obviously, they forced a lot of members from Stu's team back, so it was a really, really intelligent Baron call. Ido, why we try to Fonish, and he types like I type when I'm trying to type on my phone, especially when I have my thumbs and it's horizontal. Like I've got big old fat thumbs, and I just mistype everything. So surrender vote is still being spammed by Camille, I think. Oh yeah, and Akali was dead. Yeah, forgot about that. Akali was dead. Still okay though. Like I said though, like Ezreal it scales like insanely well. Ezreal is like one of the most insane scaling AD carries in the game. So Stu's kind of getting there. He's got 3 items on the Ezreal now. They do lose the mid lane tier 2, but were you ever really going to defend that? Probably not, right? You were never going to defend that. A lot of damage onto the Katarina from the Camille. That's a good little pickup. You're now boxed in your own base, but that's okay. Like, you just, oh, wait a second. Is that a Hextech Ultimatum? That's a Hextech Ultimatum from the Camille. Galio dives in. That's the combo. Teleport from the Darius coming towards this team fight. A lot of good damage put down by the Camille. No one can really punish her either. That's the thing. Oh, Stu. I think you actually could have gone a little bit more aggressive there. Nice true shot barrage. Darius on the side lanes here. Rengar just popped out, I imagine, from his ultimate. Just weathering the storm. Like, they're just trying to hold on to their inhibitor turrets, and they're doing a really good job of it right now. If they can hold on to their inhibitor turrets, they're in a really good spot. A lot of this has just been recovery from the early game. Like, the early game was so bad for the Akali and the Galio, and obviously Stu got caught out by the Rengar early on, because that's what Rengar does. Like, a lot of this has just been like straight up recovery from the early game. But they've actually, I mean, if they'd surrendered, they would have just lost the game straight up. Right now, they are definitely not, completely out of the game. I'd still say that the Rengar's team, the red team, is probably in the lead here, but big commit. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting that the Galio went over the wall. That's not good. I mean, Galio just randomly went over the wall. Looks like Akali on the back line is doing enough. Stuart's really putting pressure on. Thinks he's nice stasis, great stasis. Keeps crashing. Okay, I need to go back a little bit because that was a really, really good... Oh, he just died. Okay, so maybe I don't need to go back a little bit. Good stasis to prevent the Rengar, but then, in comes Darius, and that is Elder Ocean with just an Akali alive. Is she going to dive over the wall? She's going in. I mean, she's trying to take out the Rengar here. Oh, no way! She literally gets it with a basic attack. Oh, this Akali, straight up smurfing, dude. Like, had a really terrible laning phase. And look, they actually have to go and defend against the mid lane inhibitor. That's why inhibitors are so powerful. That's why inhibitors, in my opinion, are one of the most, or inhibitor towers, are one of the most important objectives in the game. Because they just do this. They'll always give you a lifeline of constant pressure in a lane if the enemy doesn't have the corresponding inhibitor in that same lane. Yeah, we don't need to throw here. We don't need to go to Baron. We don't need to throw. Like, yeah, we're 4 versus 5. This is the correct call. Like, there's no reason to risk it. There's no reason to risk it. And Keys is dead. No, he's not. He flashed. Nice. Oh, wait. Has Camille inted? Sorry, has Kai'Sa inted? Kai'Sa's inted, right? Nice true shot barrage. That's really, really good. Okay, so we take support for AD carry. They're diving the tower here if they can just survive this. Oh, the dunk. Oh, the dunk. Akali's back. Akali's back, and she's super strong. I think you lose. So you lose Baron here, but look at the minion waves again. Mid lane inhibitor coming in clutch. They can't end off this. Like usually, if you had the minion waves, you'd just be straight able to end on this, right? You would straight up be able to end on this. Okay, I don't think you go for it if you're Akali. I don't think you go for it if you're Akali. I think you just say cool. Cool, they got inhibitor. It's okay. Stu looks pretty done. Look at him. He's in Dunzo position. It's pretty tough against a Darius that is that fed, like, especially a Rengar as well. Like, you're just going to get one shot. This is the problem with AD carries in this meta. Like, you just get one shot by so many people. Even as an Ezreal, who's one of the safest. Now, it's 4-item Ezreal. This is good. He's got Stasis. Stasis is the correct enchant into Rengar, Darius, like Katarina. Like, it's good. It's winnable. It's winnable. Still winnable. I mean, you're late game Ezreal. Doesn't matter how fed they are at this point. You're 20 minutes into the game. Like, the early game leads don't really matter that much. I'm really glad that Stu got this red buff, though. It's much more important. It looks like Katarina's got a red buff. Must have picked it up from someone, I guess. Because if she denied that from the Kai'Sa, that's really stupid. Okay, Akali kills the Rengar. That's super big. There's the inhibitor tower getting taken pretty low. Nice engage from the Galio. Really nice engage from the Galio here. That was a really big play. I don't know why the Rengar was randomly spitting. Oh, it's huge damage coming out from Stu. Has to be super careful. Flashes away from the Darius. Good play. In comes the Galio. There's the taunt. Stu just needs to stay at the back lines. That's a nice knock-up stun onto the Darius. Huge play. Huge play from the team. I mean, look at Akali. She's just turbo smurfing this. And Stu also just chasing down yeah, this is easy. This is one. You can win. You can win off the inhibitor minions. This is why taking the inhibitor is worth it, because now they can win. They don't have to worry about going back and clearing waves. They can straight up win from here. My God, this Akali, like Stu saved the game earlier with a really big Baron steal. And then Akali saves the game with an Elder Dragon steal and then kills the Rengar, and then they just win a fight 4v5. That's insane. That's insane. Really, really good game. Again, if you want to follow Stu, Twitch link in the description below. He's a really nice guy. He's very passionate, which is why he types a lot, but it's okay. I'll eventually get through to him that he should stop typing. But until then, go and watch him. I'll see you soon.